Hey, what's up guys, Tony Dubbed here, and today I'm doing a video review for the HyperX Savage 240GB SATA 3 SSD. Now I'd like to thank HyperX for actually sending me out for review the SSD, and I basically put it in my system, which is an Asus Sabertooth Z77 system, and benchmarked it versus other SSDs out there. And because of this, I can give you a well-rounded opinion about the drive itself. Now the drive can be found at the moment for £93 on Amazon.co.uk, and in the US it can be found for $98. Links will be down in the description below in case you're interested, including a link to HyperX's website, which is part of Kingston, where you can see a full list of specifications, such as the fact that it's using a Phison S7 controller within it. Now, without further ado, I would like to say that this SSD comes in a few different capacities: 120GB, 240GB, 480 and 960. You also get a standalone kit, which is the one I've got in front of me, which just comes with the hard drive itself. And then you've got an upgrade bundle kit, which includes a USB 3.0 connection as well. So within the box you have got obviously the SSD itself, which I must say looks absolutely fantastic. If you can put it in a system, it looks very nice, especially the accented bits over here really do shine out, as you can see in the camera right there. One thing I did note is the SSD is actually quite heavy. It's surprising to say, but it's actually a very heavy SSD versus other SSDs which are SATA 3. So it's just something I noticed out of all the other SSDs, that it's actually got quite a lot of weight to it, which is good, but I guess not many people will be worrying about carrying around an SSD. But in case you're upgrading a laptop, then you might be concerned about that. You've got a getting started guide. You've also got a code, which I'm not going to reveal on video, for Acronis True Image Software HD. That's for cloning your drives. You've got mounting brackets, you've got a sticker, and you've got the associate screws that you're going to need in order to put it on your PC. So everything is included in there, and obviously you're going to need a SATA 3 cable, or a SATA cable shall I say, in order to connect it up to your PC. Now the benchmark results. Now you'll be able to see right now on your screen a Crystal Disk Mark benchmark. Now one thing you should see is that you can see the speeds that are quoted just as they are on the box. As a sequential Q32T1 is 563 to 527 read-write. Now that is very good speeds, and it competes very much with SATA 3 limitations and SATA 3 SSDs that are out there on the market. But what I found quite interesting, and where the SSD unfortunately fell short, is in its 4K Q32T1 and even 4K tests. And that is mainly to do with the write speeds. Now versus the average in terms of other SSDs out there, they very much performed a lot better, whereby they were able to provide over 300 to 350 read-write, whereas in this case we had 342 and 261 for the 4K Q32, and for the 4K you had 28 and 83. Now why does this matter to you? Well, if you're going to be copying a lot of small files across, you're going to notice that small little bit of difference, that 40 meg or 50 meg second difference versus another SSD, will prove a difference. Now, is it going to be a massive time that's going to be lost for you as a normal consumer like myself? No, it's not. However, if you're a professional, then definitely you're going to notice a difference, and more so the fact that you can buy other SSDs such as the Samsung 850 EVO or the Toshiba Q300 for very much the same price, means that you're getting better value for money for an SSD that isn't bottlenecked in its 4K 4KB benchmarks, and therefore its 4KB performance. So that's something I should mention in the Crystal Disk Mark benchmarks. Right now 64-bit, and I ran it on random, which is on the left-hand side, and zero fill on the right-hand side, which you can see. And you can see the zero fill results are 164 for that 4K Q32T1 benchmark, which is very low. Anyway, those are the benchmarks which you can compare to any other site or any other source if you so wish, but all I'm trying to say over here is that it could have performed better. Then I ran it through ASSSD benchmark. There's a little bit more comprehensive benchmark, but it very much does the same job. In this respect, I found the results to be very much identical to the industry average, given its size. Had decent performances in terms of its sequential 4K and even its access time. Then moving on to its copy benchmark, which basically is how fast a game would work, or a program, or an ISO. All of these speeds, again, very much similar to the industry average. The duration of the program at 6.43 seconds was just a little bit larger than the rest, but nevertheless, it is still very fast in terms of access. In terms of its compression, there was no sort of problems with that. I had no issues myself, and through the ASSSD benchmark as well, it came up as good results. I should also mention that the SSD, even though it is quoted at 240 gigabyte, its real world storage is 223 gigabytes of free space that you're going to get inside. So anyway, guys, that is the benchmark and all the results that I found. Of course, let me know in the comments below if you think these are good or bad. Personally, I think at its price, I feel that you can just pay the same amount of money, if not just a little bit less, for a Samsung drive, and you get better value for money. If, of course, you can find it for, say, let's say 80 quid or even 75 quid for the same storage size, then I would say jump on it. It's a fantastic deal. But given the fact that it's a 240 gigabyte drive and you're asking for £93 from it, I feel that the 850 EVO just would do a better job in all respects in comparison to the HyperX. Anyway, guys, I've been totally dubbed. Hopefully you've enjoyed this review. Make sure you give it a like, comment and subscribe. Definitely let me know in the comments below what you think of the review, and more than anything, favourite and share if anyone was interested in SSD. Alright guys, I've been totally dubbed. Take care and bye bye.